video is sponsored by PokeTownStore.com, the best place to get yourself some TCGO code cards. Are you looking for that last card to complete your deck, or just to get the latest booster pack in town on TCGO? Well, they have everything. Use the coupon code ZAPTCG and get 5% off your next order. Also, this video is sponsored by CardsMarket.com. This is a European platform where you're able to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. I personally use it every single day, and you can get booster packs, even old school cards like this cool Mr. Mime over here. So be sure to check it out on CardsMarket.com. Last but certainly not least is going to be yourplaymat.com. This is a website where you're able to create your own unique custom playmat. Get your own unique custom playmat right now by clicking the link in the description below or using the coupon code ZAPTCG10YP and get 10% off your order when creating your own unique custom playmat for the new season. Anyhow, thanks for sticking around on the commercials. I'll see you guys very shortly. Peace. What's up YouTube, it's ZAPTCG here and welcome back to our TCG deck profile video on my channel. Today we're going to be exploring the updated Single Strike deck. You asked for, actually a lot of comments actually I got about Single Strike, so why not make Single Strike right now so you guys can actually update your Single Strike decks. We have Umbreon VMAX from, of course, the new set Evolving Skies, and it comes out on the 27th of August. Be sure to get yourself some Umbreons because it actually has an ability when you evolve into Umbreon VMAX, you're able to gust up an opponent's bench Pokemon, which is very, very strong in this specific list. As always, be sure to destroy the hell out of the like button as it helps out in many ways and it gets this video to more people out there. And we've already done deck profiles on most competitive decks in the format post-rotation. This is our post-rotation deck list, highly suggested by you guys, so hopefully you guys will enjoy. So let's just start off with, of course, the obvious one, and yeah, it's going to be the Houndoom here. Houndoom has the Single Strike Roar, being able to accelerate, of course, energies from the deck instantly to your Single Strike Pokemon, and that's going to be the Single Strike Energy. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the Single Strike Energy over here is, of course, being able to get your damage output increased by 20 with your Fighting or Darkness type Pokemon. Umbreon is a Darkness Pokemon, and Single Strike Urshifu is a Fighting Pokemon, so this is going to be working out a lot. Okay. What else is in the specific list is, of course, the one and only Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. Being able to use G-Max one blow is very strong. Mark my words, you're going to be able to one-hit KO VMAXs in town. You only need 3 Single Strike energies on here in order to just one-hit KO most of the VMAX archetypes out there. Be thinking about Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, Rayquaza VMAX. You're going to be one-hit KOing them with G-Max one blow, and that's what the Single Strike deck stands for. Also, on the good side, you're also discarding all of your energies, and then you can go through any effects on the opponent's active. You have to discard all energies in order to use the attack, but that actually means you have an auto win against Decidueye, as well as stuff like Altaria, Zamazentas. You can go through any effects. Nothing's going to be walling you because you're going to everything with the G-Max one blow. Also, beat down slaps 100 damage, which is actually not too bad. We already got familiar with Single Strike and Houndoom, but more importantly, it's all gonna have to come down to this card over here. It is the one, the only Umbreon VMAX. Umbreon VMAX is a very strong card just because of its ability. Also, it has a weakness to grass, which is not like most Darkness Pokemon out there. It is weak to grass instead of being weak to fighting, which helps out a lot in this meta. If you evolve into Umbreon VMAX, you're able to gust up one of the opponent's bench Pokemon. It's actually like a Boss's Orders and an ability effect, which is super strong. But of course, our Great Balls in our list, with a high amount of Evolution Incense, we of course will find that Umbreon VMAX, and then we don't even need Boss's Orders at all. Which means this list only plays one copy of Boss's Orders, and that's all you need because most of the time you will win games by just evolving into Umbreon VMAX. Also, the attack 160 damage might not seem like a lot, but if you have 3 Single Strike energies on there, it is actually going to be slapping 220, which is enough to actually destroy most of the VMAXs that still need to evolve. So let's say, for example, you're up against Rapid Strike Urshifu V. You're going to be able to KO that with Max Darkness, and also gusting up after Eldegoss and Crobat V is, of course, super solid in this specific list. So that is Umbreon VMAX for ya. So yeah, as you can see, I'm using some templates here and there to, of course, get Umbreon into the game. And yeah, as you can see here, we already talked about Single Strike Urshifu VMAX, which is super strong. You can also attack with this guy. Impact Blow 180 is actually not too bad for 3 energies. Being able to one-hit KO Eternatus. And also, if you go second, you're able to use a Laser Focus. We are running a high amount of Air Balloon in our list. That's 3 copies, no switches and escape ropes whatsoever. Just because we don't need to be afraid of like special conditions or stuff that doesn't allow us to retreat. In the past, there was Tandem Shock of Alolan Raichu and Raichu Tag Team GX. The tag teams have moved out of town, and now we're actually just capable of running 3 copies of Air Balloon. If your Single Strike fella is stuck, because this guy does have a 3 retreat cost, don't worry about it. You can use Single Strike and just attack with it, to be honest. Okay. So we talked about Houndoom, we talked about the Single Strike Urshifu VMAX being able to go through everything. We talked about Umbreon and its capabilities of course, doing some nasty stuff. Maybe we should talk about this little fella. Yeah, there we go. And this is going to be the Umbreon V. And Umbreon V only has Mean Look 30 damage and then Lunar Blade 180 if any damage count. If this Pokemon has any damage counters, you can make that happen with, of course, the one and only Single Strike Roar of the Houndoom. So that means it has damage counters. That means it can also slap a huge amount of damage as a 2-prizer. So you have a mixture of attackers. You also could think about adding in Stone Journer, or you could add Seviper if you want to, but Seviper only works if you play a Single Strike supporter. That means you will need Brunos. Instead, this list is just rocking it out with 4 copies of Professor's Research, as well as 3 copies of Marnie. Why not more? The reason why there's no more supporters than the 7 is that we now have Tower of Darkness. Tower of Darkness has seen a buff in play just because of Chaotic Swell being rotated. That means you're going to be able to draw a lot of cards. Just discard a Single Strike card from your hand. Whether it's an Umbreon you don't need anymore, whether it's something else, you can just discard a Single Strike card and draw 2 cards. It's going to help out a lot with consistency, and this list already runs 4 Evolution Incense, 2 Great Ball and 4 Quick Ball, and combination with 4 Capture Energies. This Capture Energy will be really strong because all of your Pokemon require colorless energies to attack, so this Capture Energy is super solid in this list. Find yourself a Houndour, find yourself maybe a Single Strike Urshifu V if you're up against Eternatus. It's going to be very solid, or maybe just get that Umbreon so you can gust the following turn. So I really like the 4 Capture Energies in this list. What else? The 3 fighting energies are there for, of course, that Single Strike Urshifu V, so it can use that attack Laser Focus, so it can accelerate energies if you go second. If you go first, you just try to slap your bench down with lots of Houndours and the specific one Umbreon and then maybe an Urshifu V. You don't always need Single Strike Urshifu V, but it's a late game sweeper and it's able to one-hit KO any VMAX. If you get all 4 Single Strikes on there, you can one-hit KO anything in the game. It's not gonna happen every single game because some of them might be priced. That's why there's also this cool tool card, the Single Strike Scroll of Scorn. If this is attached to a Single Strike Pokemon, you can actually use an attack, and that's Furious Anger, 10 damage, plus 10 more for every damage counter on this Pokemon. So that will conclude that if your Single Strike Urshifu VMAX has a lot of damage counters on them, let's say the opponent wants to 2-shot, you're going to be able to attack for just 1 single energy, and with Single Strike energy, you can even boost that damage output even further, which is something I really like. And it also works very well with Umbreon, because Umbreon also has a reasonable amount of HP. So as mentioned, 3 Air Balloon, no more than that. You can also swap out like 1 Air Balloon for an Escape Rope. I've also seen that working out pretty well. There's only 1 copy of Bossasaurus, as mentioned, because we have the ability of the Umbreon VMAX. We do need this card here, and that's going to be the Urn of Vitality. Shuffle up to 2 Single Strike cards from your discard pile into your deck, and that's going to be the Recovery card. There's 4 copies of that in here, just so you can get back your powerful Single Strike energy. So yeah, that's the deck. Other than that, we also play 2 Crobat for draw support. No longer the Dene GX, but that's not an issue. Crobat draws you more cards. You can have a lot of insta-playable cards like a Quick Ball to lower your hand size, Great Ball, insta-playable card, Evolution Instance, insta-playable card, Air Balloon as well. So you can play out your entire hand, use Crobat, draw some more cards, find whatever you need, and win games. So hopefully you guys enjoyed another deck profile video on my channel. If you did, be sure to let me know by destroying the hell out of the like button. It helps out so much, fellas. And yeah, we're going to be doing more post-rotation stuff. We've already checked out Evolving Skies. We did a pre-release vlog event. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already. And there's going to be a booster box opening as well. So yeah, stay on the horizon. There's going to be a lot of Evolving Skies content as well as post-rotation content. And I hope we're going to be able to yeah, play with these cards on the release dates, instantly showcasing all these powerful decks that we already talked about and the post-rotation list. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. If you yeah, are of course fan of the Single Strike camp, be sure to let me know by destroying the hell out of the like button. Try this list out for yourself. It's super solid, super consistent. 4 capture energies, 4 quick ball, yeah, 2 great ball. You're gonna be able to set up in no time, and you can actually cover a lot of stuff in the meta. If you're up against stuff like Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, you have Umbreon. If you're up against Eternatus, you have your Urshifus. If you're up against like VMAXs that you can kill, like Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, as well as Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, you can one-hit KO with, of course, the Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. Anyhow, have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more Pokemon TCG epicness, and I'm out. Peace.